Rahul Gandhi was questioned for close to 10 hours on Monday, then 12 hours yesterday, and today he's been summoned for the third time by the Enforcement Directorate. So third consecutive day that he will be interrogated by the Enforcement Directorate in the National Herald case. The Congress leader has already been questioned for over 20 hours, and Congress leaders, of course, around the country have been protesting against the ED's crackdown on Rahul Gandhi. Now, according to ED sources, Rahul has been evasive during questioning and giving tutored answers. Clearly, he's been tutored by his lawyers. ED officials questioning Rahul aren't satisfied with the answers and hence have decided to summon him for a third day. The ED grilling has also led to a war of words between the BJP and the Congress. While the Congress has alleged that action against Rahul is unjustified and has referred to it as political vendetta, the BJP has rubbished these charges, calling it nothing but drama by Congress. So these are the latest updates in the National Herald case. Today, again, Rahul Gandhi will be appearing before the Enforcement Directorate, so expect more drama as, in fact, the Congress has made it clear that they will again be, in fact, gathering in large numbers at the Congress headquarters for this satyagraha over their leader, Rahul Gandhi, being dragged by the Enforcement Directorate for the third straight day. Reportedly, the Enforcement Directorate has found reason to call him for a third day because they feel he's been evasive so far in questioning. They have a lot more issues that they also want to raise with him, which is why, in fact, he's being summoned for the third day. Late last night, Rahul Gandhi was seen leaving the Enforcement Directorate office because his questioning went on for over 12 hours. And despite that, he's been called in for questioning today as well. We'll have to wait and watch to see what plays out at the Enforcement Directorate office today as well. Tanseem Haider is joining us with more details on this. Tanseem, one more day that Rahul Gandhi has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. Why has the ED found reason to call him in for the third day now?
जी देखिए, जाहिर है जो इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट का जो क्वेश्चन आर होता है वो बहुत डॉक्यूमेंटेशन बहुत बड़ा होता है। उसमें अलग अलग तरीके से बयान बाकायदा लिखवाए जाते हैं, दर्ज कराए जाते हैं और उनके सवाल है। और जाहिर सी बात है, जब सवालों में सवाल निकलते हैं तो एक लंबा प्रोसेस चलता है क्वेश्चनिंग का। तो वो प्रोसेस चल रहा है, वो आज भी उसको फॉलो किया जाएगा। जैसा कि बताया जा रहा है ईडी अफसरों की तरफ से कि आज भी उनसे पूछताछ होगी और जैसे कि कल काफी देर तक पूछताछ हुई थी, उसी तरह से ही पूछताछ और उनके बयान दर्ज किए जाएंगे। क्योंकि इसमें मैंने जैसा पहले बताया कि डॉक्यूमेंटेशंस बहुत ज्यादा होने हैं और एक भी बहुत पुराना केस है, बहुत बड़ा केस है, लिहाजा इसमें इतना वक्त लग रहा है। यही वजह है कि ईडी ने तीसरे दिन भी राहुल गांधी को बुलाया है, पूछताछ के लिए है और उनके बयान दर्ज करने के लिए। तो जाहिर है अभी 10:30 बजे के बाद राहुल गांधी यहां पहुंचेंगे ईडी दफ्तर, उनके बयान दर्ज किए जाएंगे। जैसा कि 2 दिन से प्रोसेस चल रहा है, आज भी उसी के तहत ये बयान दर्ज किए जाने हैं। और जहां तक सिक्योरिटीज का सवाल है, कल भी 217 लोगों को डिटेन किया गया था, अलग अलग थानों में रखा गया था, देर रात उनको छोड़ दिया गया था, जितने भी कांग्रेस के लीडर्स थे। आज भी दिल्ली पुलिस ने जगह जगह पे बैरिकेड्स किए हुए हैं, जगह जगह लोगों को रोका गया है और जो खासकर ईडी दफ्तर, कांग्रेस दफ्तर के आसपास जो एंट्री है वहां बैरिकेड्स लगाए गए हैं। तो ये पूछताछ आज भी चलनी है, चूंकि बड़ी पूछताछ है, लंबी पूछताछ है, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन बहुत ज्यादा है, लिहाजा इसलिए इतना वक्त लग रहा है।
Okay, Tanseem getting us those updates there from the ED office, highlighting why Rahul Gandhi has been summoned now for the third straight day in this case. Let's cut across to now a news break coming in on the story. And Rahul's family continues to rally behind him. We've seen Priyanka Gandhi every single day accompanying Rahul to the ED office. His brother-in-law, Robert Vadra, has now put up another post on social media rallying behind Rahul. Robert Vadra, in his Facebook post, has said, "Hum honge kamyab." Even previously, on day 1 of ED's grilling of Rahul Gandhi, Vadra said that he's been targeted by central agencies time and again, and this is clearly a message from the central government when they're targeting Rahul Gandhi as well. So Robert Vadra, they're coming out in support of his brother-in-law, putting out a detailed Facebook post where he's in fact backed Rahul and said that he will emerge the victor after this particular interrogation by the Enforcement Directorate. Now, there's another aspect in the National Herald case that's come into prominence right now, even as Rahul Gandhi is facing the Enforcement Directorate heat. And that is to do with a company called Dotex Merchandise Private Limited, shown to be a Kolkata-based firm. Now, the BJP had earlier dredged up Dotex, claiming that it's a Hawala company with links to the Gandhis. India Today has probed this Kolkata-based company to decode the link between Dotex and the National Herald case. The charge against the Gandhis is that a 1 crore loan was actually taken from Dotex and was given to young Indian. Upon our investigation, this company is registered, but there's no physical office, only a 3-room guest house in Kolkata. Smriti Irani had claimed that Dotex Merchandise Private Limited is linked to a Hawala entry operator in Kolkata, which gives checks in exchange for cash. So they're saying that this was a money laundering operation.
The building that you can see in front of us is named Akash Deep. It's at number 5 Lower Rawdon Street, which is a very prime location of Kolkata. The area over here that you see, the property, it is a residential complex. However, Dotex Merchandise Private Limited is registered over here. Now the investigation is on. However, to know whether Dotex, is for real or not, we arrived over here, India Today arrived over here, and what we found was that yes, at the 4th flank, at the 3rd floor, is a particular flat, rather apartment, where this is the registered property of Dotex India, Dotex Merchandise Private Limited. Now when we went there, it did not look like an office. It was a guest house. It is a 3 BHK guest house. We spoke to the caretaker, who stated that people do come over here, the owners do come over here at certain times. However, when we went over there, no one apart from the caretaker was here. What he mentioned was that this is Dotex office for the past 20 years, and he has been working over here as a caretaker for a long time. However, it did not look to us like a registered office of a merchandise company. With camera person Kiranjit, this is Suryagni Roy for India Today, Kolkata.
Dotex Merchandise Private Limited, हवाला एंट्री ऑपरेटर कोलकाता से संबंधित है, जो कैश के बदले चेक देती है, जिसकी ट्रांजैक्शंस पर फाइनेंशियल इंटेलिजेंस यूनिट का रेड फ्लैग है। जो कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता आज दिल्ली में एकत्रित हुए हैं, वो राहुल गांधी जी से पूछिए कि गांधी खानदान का संबंध डोटेक्स मर्चेंडाइज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड से क्या है।